Morning, everybody. Not sure you can hear me, but it's another brew day. Just kind of impromptu. Not impromptu, but I have not promoted this at all on our channel. But I'm brewing, so we are 21090 Brewing, so I'm going live. Cheers, everybody. I'm actually still eating breakfast. Look at this. We'll see if anybody comes in. We will see if anybody comes in. Rob, what's up, man? Can you hear me okay? How you been, brother? Cheers. I'm gonna start brewing in a second. I had some issues with this camera, so if it cuts out, I'm sorry. How you been, man? We're brewing a coconut brown ale. I love this beer. It uses a ton of toasted coconut. But let me get set up here. Let people come in. Everybody coming into the stream. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Brewing today, so I'm going to bring it along in the process like I always do. Peanut butter 524. Good morning. Shawn Smith. Good morning. Good, I'm glad you can see it. Perfect. So let me say hi to, there's Rob, our old friend, man, from way back in the day. Got a great aquatics channel. Check him out if you haven't seen it. I like that logo, Rob. Peanut butter 524, that's an awesome logo too. Good morning. Shawn Smith, that burger looks amazing too. God, all these guys have really nice logos. And the Sure Shannon Show, wow. Great to have you. We're doing well, getting ready to start brewing. So give me 1 second while I start the process. It's not that hard, but you're going to be brought in from the very beginning. I haven't even started to mill my grains or get the strike water up. So what I'm going to do, get this water heated. See that bucket right there? Got to heat that water up. Then we got to mill all these grains. So I'll take you along in the process. It's like a 4-hour process. So I'm going to be here all day, guys. I'd love to have some company. Andy might join us later. So let's get this started. Hello from the UK. I've had worse. Cool name. Cheers. It's probably the afternoon there. I'm sure you're maybe sipping on a pint. I still have coffee here. And God bless you too, John. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there with the current situation. You're staying safe. Hopefully sometime soon getting back to a little sense of normalcy, whenever that'll be. Thank you. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, guys. Let me know you like these brew days. You know, we are 21090 Brewing. We haven't done a ton of brewing stuff, but anytime I brew, which is about once a month, I always go live so you can see that we still brew here on the channel. At least I do. We do a lot of other things. We do whiskey, we do beer, live streaming on Tuesday nights. But anytime I brew, that's my little thing that I can do to show you that we still are 21090 sort of brewing. Oh, man. Anyway, just got to work already, need a brew. Oh, man, I'm sorry you have to work today, peanut butter, but I am brewing this. I'm going to try to send this out to some people. I love this beer. This is our Coco-Beware. It's a coconut brown ale. I've sent it to people before, and they loved it. It tastes like an almond joy. It's really that good. I'll show you guys in a second. I gotta get to work here. I'm talking, not working. Look at this. So I toasted last night. You see that? That's a pound of toasted coconut. That goes in the mash. And then in the keg, I have these cylinders that I stuff another pound of toasted coconut. And man, it tastes like an almond joy. Oh, it tastes so good. It's a great brew. I will show you how to brew it. It's very easy. Very, very easy. Oh, work with, well, God bless you for doing that, peanut butter. That is very important. And so no days off for you. That is true. Cheers to you, my friend. Again, I hope you're staying safe. That being said, I've got to get them things going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up this water, and I'm going to start milling grains. And it's going to get really loud in here, and I'll show you the process. But stick with me. I'll come back to the chat. Don't worry. Talks amongst yourselves. Everybody check each other out. Some really cool channels on here already. So good morning, everybody. So first thing first is let's get some heat going. Get some heat going. Nope. Simple as that, right? Get that started. Next thing is going to be milling our grains. So we have a total of, I don't even know how many grains, 13.5 pounds of grains, and then another pound of toasted coconut in the mash. Happy trails hiking, Kay. Oh man, Rob and two really great old friends. How are you, Kay? I hope you're doing hope you're doing good. Getting out on the trail, and I know it's probably limiting you and Matt's travel, but God, it's good to see you, and I hope you guys are doing great. Love to have a beer. No joy today. On duty tomorrow. Oh, okay. Working. All right. Well, I guess you can drink. You can pretend you're drinking through us. Philippines on demand. Good morning. First time here. Hey, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. We're getting ready to brew beer. It's the beginning of a 4.5 hour process. So I'm going to bring you guys along. So stick with us. Check out some other channels, and you'll see how beer is made. Yeah, I know. Hopefully things are getting Kay's getting released out there. Kay, I wish you could try this beer. This is a coconut brown ale. If you like coconut or almond joys, this is for you. Excuse me while I'm eating my breakfast. Yeah, they've loosened things here in America. Things one of them, so that's a good thing. All right, gotta get my milk. Don't go anywhere. There we go. This is what we need. See this? It's attached to a drill. Grains go in there, and we grind up the grains. Ugh. Let's get started, huh? It's time to brew. Let's get started. Oh man. It's gonna get a little loud in here. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Alright. So, I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't. Oh, there goes that. Dang it. Hold on, guys. Knew that would happen. Give me 1 second. Hopefully you can still hear me. I lost my cam. Alright, can you see me? I'm off of that. Let me see if it switches back over. Hold on 1 second. No, it won't. Dang it. Alright, hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Just sorry, guys. I can't show you. This thing is really sensitive. This USB port. Every time I try to move the camera, it cuts off. I'm still here, so I'm gonna mill the grains. It's gonna get very, very loud. So here's 10 pounds of 2 row. See, all that is the grains. You gotta crush them up. Yeah. Alright, so let's cut this open, pour it in, and start grinding. Alright, grind all the grains. There it is. We're going to pour it in. Make it a little bit loud. Sorry, guys. Alright, here we go. Here we go, ready? Grains. guys, it's loud. Stick with me. That's loud, huh? Sorry if I made anybody deaf for that. Good, I'm glad everybody's checking each other out. We've got Bad Had Worse, the Shore Shannon Show, Happy Trails Hiking, and Rob93 Aquatics, some amazing, amazing channels. Oh boy, let me get rid of that so you can actually see me. Now I gotta do a little bit more. So, that's the first half of it. See, now we're gonna do the rest. All this does is crushes the grain so we can get the sugars out of them. We also, oh, that stinks. We got a little bit of specialty malt. I'll go over the grain bill in a second. Here we go. This is what they call carapils. It adds to like a little bit of mouthfeel and head retention, not a lot of flavor. Helps your body or your beer a little bit. Just a pound of that. All right. There we go. Then we got another pound of what they call aromatic malt. All right. Put that in. All right, close your ears, guys. I'm about ready to grind it up. So, trying to see. Oh, Norse! Cheers, buddy. How are you, man? Good to see you. I'm glad that I'm brewing here. We're brewing a coconut brown ale. Stick with me. I'm grinding my grains. Earmuffs, guys. Earmuffs. Being on demand, I can't see your comment, but I'll get there in a second. A little bit more to do, but I missed the chat. Sir, I watched some of your vids in another tab. I would like to shout out your channel during my live stream Sunday here. Whoa, you certainly. Philippines on demand, no doubt. I don't know what time it is. I'd love to see you shout us out. If I can, I'll try to jump, or at least watch your live stream to comment, but thank you. Yeah, headphones. Sorry, I got just a little bit more. So when do I add, so Old Norse has a great comment. When do I add the coconut in there? So I do it in the mash. But really the flavor really comes, so I put a pound in the mash, I have it right here. The flavor really comes, I put it in the keg. So I have one of those mesh cylinders that you can attach to the top of a keg and drop it in when I keg it. And that's where I get a ton of toasted coconut flavor. So that's really, but I do it both in the mash and in the keg. 4 p.m., no problem. All right, well, thanks there, Philippines on demand. I'll try. 4 p.m. your time or my time? I know that's probably way different. And now I told you to put earmuffs on, Rob. I told you. My wife just asked me what I'm watching. Me, a guy in his garage brewing beer. Me, her, why? Me, I don't. That's awesome. My wife asked me why I brew beer. Well, because I can. That's why. All right, let me put in a little bit more of this. Isn't that the power of YouTube, though? I mean, a guy in the UK is to watch a bloke like me in the States brew a beer. I mean, come on. It doesn't get better than that, right? All right, this is a pound of Victory malt. Earmuffs, earmuffs, earmuffs. All right, now the last thing is I have a half a pound of dark chocolate malt. Ooh, that needs to go into the boil, but that goes a mash that goes in late. It's a late addition in the mash. I don't want any astringency from that. I want some of the color, a little bit of the roastiness, but that'll go in like 15 minutes left in the mash. So I'll do that later. All right, now I gotta check my water temperature. Look for 168, 146. So not bad. So we want to get that temperature of that water up about 168 degrees. And then we will combine all those crushed grains in that water, let it sit or mash for an hour, pulls all the sugars out of the grains. That's what the yeast converts into alcohol. So anyway, that's the process. Gonna be here a long time today. 7 people in the live stream. Not a lot, but hit the thumbs up if you can. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. And wouldn't that add fatty acids? So I don't believe so. First of all, it's unsweetened coconut. I've never had any issues with it. I don't believe it does. It's unsweetened coconut that's toasted. So it's really dry. I'll show it to you. It's right here. I don't know if you can see that well, but oh man, it smells delicious. It works just fine, I promise you. The beer comes out fantastic. You have to use unsweetened coconut though. Shreds, and then toast it for about 12 minutes at 300 degrees. And it's worked out perfectly for me. So, all right, let me get a couple things together here. I'm a mess right now with my organization. I don't like that. So give me a second. I gotta clear some space. Okay. How's everybody doing? If you're interested in brewing it, at the replay of this, I'll put the entire recipe. It's quite easy in the description. So, let me, if you can hit that like button, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna appreciate it. Let me know that you like these live streams on brew days. Like I said, we don't do a lot of brewing anymore. I do. But brewing videos, I should say. So anytime I brew beer, I'm going to go live. Just got to. Plugging my phone. So in the mash, we got 10 pounds of two-row, a pound of Victory, a pound of carrot pills, a pound of aromatic, a pound of toasted coconut, and then delayed mash, delayed edition, half pound of dark chocolate malt. So there's that. Oh man, Kay. That's awesome. Comment. No, I appreciate you. I love watching that. That's great. You have my ugly mug on TV. I wish it was later. Matt could crack open a cold one and have a beer with me. But once around 11 or 12 hits, I'm going to. I've got a nice beer I want to show you guys. Yeah, we're in which is voluntary house arrest. You don't know. Yeah. Well, we are sort of in lockdown, but we're not like in the house arrest. People are going out everywhere. Parks are opening up here in the States. Beaches are opening up, so we're at a stay-at-home recommendation, and that's okay. I can work from home, so I'm okay, but I know other people aren't, so it's tough. I know everybody has going through their own issues with this, so I hope everybody's doing well. All right, I'm going to check my temp. Show you guys. Hopefully you can see this. little bit of this. Ugh. So you saw all those grains, right? This is what it looks like now. Can you see that? Well, it's crushed now. That's what you want, a nice fine crush. I've got that dialed in. I can get about 78% efficiency on my system, which I'll take. All right, so now I'm going to mix this with that water in my mash tun. So hopefully you guys can see that. I'll try to do it like right here. All right, here's my mash tun. It's got a false bottom. Let's see, I need my lid, need my paddle, and I need to dump water in. So here's the big thing. Let's hopefully not have me spill this. That would be bad. Be really bad. It's happened before. This is very hot and very heavy. Okay, there's it's about 5 gallons of water. And my glasses are fogged up. There you go. Alright, water's in. Okay, now we start mixing in these grains very sort of slowly. I'm trying to avoid any clumps. We call dough balls. We want that sugar to be extracted out of all this crushed grain. Alright. Alright, let's see where we're at. Give it a little stir. Oh, it smells so good. Once you put those grains in this nice hot water, it starts smelling like a brew house. It smells amazing. I wish we had smell-o-vision. But this really smells good. It's a good recipe. The dark malt, the roasted malts won't go in until later, so I'll show you that. But I don't like doing it the whole 60 minutes of the mash, because I feel like you get a little bit too astringent, or there's a possibility of that. Get it all flavors from those roasted malts, and I don't want that. Oh, it smells so good. No dough balls yet. Can you guys see this? Hopefully you can. Alright. So it gets thicker and thicker as I add more grains. It's sort of like cooking, you know? I got a recipe that I make up, I follow it. As long as you follow it, you're usually pretty good. Yeah, that looks good. Not a lot of dough balls. None, really. Check my temperature here in a second. What I want to shoot for is about 154 degrees mash temp, around there. So, oh, there's a couple dough balls. Let's check temp. Where am I? Okay, so 157. That's good. By the time I'm done, we should come down to temp. Alright, you want to make sure you keep your temperature around between 150 and 155 for this type of beer. I only treated my water with a little bit of salt. This is not a hoppy beer. There's only an ounce total in it, so I don't need any gypsum. My water here for brewing is actually really good, so I don't need to treat it very much, which is great. That's a good thing. Alright, we're doing good. Here's the final dump. Get all that out. Alright. Stir it up a couple times. Yeah, I don't have Andy here to help me stir, you know? He may be jumping on later when he wakes up. Oh, he's up. He's got 2 kids. He's definitely up. There's no doubt about that. We'll see if he texts me about getting on. Alright, here we go. Let's check our temp. That looks good. I've got, put the toasted coconut in last. That's the main ingredient here. Let's see where we're at. Beautiful. 154.4. That's looking good. Alright, so here's the big ingredient. Let's throw in that toasted coconut, right? Here we go. Toasted coconut going in. Ooh, you smell that? Look at that. Oh, God, it smells so good. I need to just eat this. Going in the mash. Kind of lay it on top, but it gets mixed in. Just kind of let it easily merge into the water. Whoa, that smells good. All right, let's close her up. Check the temp one more time. And start the timer. Let's see what we got here. So we're at like 154.5, which I will take. Let's close it up. Usually lose about, I don't know, maybe a degree and a half in this type of mash tun, I guess, whatever you want to call it. It's a cooler, basically. Let's move this. All right. We're gonna take this, put this down. Oh, good Lord. You gotta do it all yourself, you know? When it's done right, you do it yourself. Oh man, I just hit my... All right, guys, I'll be right back. Hold on. What time is it? I gotta check the time. It is, so 10:35 we mash out. I gotta go back real quick and get my camera back on. I just hit the wire and it unplugged. Isn't that terrible? I'm sorry about this. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on one second. Don't go anywhere. This camera. Sorry, guys. Did that end? No, hopefully it didn't end. All right, so I'm back. I don't know who's still here. Let me check the chat here. Cold ones will come later, Kay says. That sounds good to me. It's later here than there. I will log off now. Thanks for... Oh, sure. Yeah, no problem. Philippines, I appreciate the plugs, and God bless you too. All right, so let me get this up here. Now we can sit for a while and chat. There you go. All right. There is. Now, I gotta get a pen real quick. I'll be right back. Look at this. I'm gonna leave you again. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, 10:35 is when we're mashing out. I gotta add the roasted malts, which are right here. 8 ounces of that. I gotta add that, and then at 10:20. So 10:20. Add roasted malts. And then mash out at 10:35. All right. Okay, remind me, 10:20, I gotta, okay, anybody's staying with me this whole time. At 10:20 Eastern Standard Time, I need to add roasted malts to this. So I'm gonna grind them right now just to get that done. All right, bear with me. Bear with me, please. Didn't say this was glamorous at all. It's actually a little bit of work, but I get 5 gallons of beer when I'm done. To me, worth the effort. All right, here we go. Earmuffs again, anybody still watching? I'm gonna grind up 7 people watching. I'm gonna grind this sucker up. This is the roasted malts. This is dark, very dark. This is dark chocolate malt. Gives you a nice roasty flavor, some coffee notes, a little bit of chocolate notes. Not a lot of chocolate notes, a little bit. And a little bit of bitter. So I want to kind of limit the amount of bitter in there. If that makes sense. All right, here we go. Earmuffs, guys. This won't be long though. That's it. So you remember seeing that other one stuff? Look at this. This is like, it looks like coffee, right? Right there. See that? It's only a ½ ounce. That'll go in there with 15 minutes left. I just want a little bit. It's for the brown. That's how you get your brown. That's how the brown ale turns into a brown colored beer right there. All right, what did I miss? Anything? 7 people. I probably should have tweeted this out, but oh well. Yes, so it'll smell really good. I've had worse. Excuse me. When we put in the hops. That comes later in the boil. Anyway, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Can you hear me okay? Hopefully you can. So this process takes like, I don't know, I can do it in about 4.5 hours. So from the time I start heating up the water to the time I pitch the yeast, I can do it in about 4.5 hours. We'll see if we'll meet that today. That's with no issues, no stuck mash outs or sparges. No issues with transferring the wort to the fermenter and cooling it down. My groundwater's still very cold, so it shouldn't take long to cool it down later. I'm going to brew later this month another IPA, my West Coast IPA again, because the last brew day I did was that West Coast IPA, and it went really quick. My family loved it, so I'm going to brew it again with a slight hop difference, just to change it up a little bit. And then in June, I'm doing my first sour. So that will be interesting. I've never done a sour before. So a fruited sour. It's going to be a blackberry cobbler. So it'll have blackberry puree, vanilla, cinnamon, brown sugar. So it's going to be quite a difficult task. I'm going to put lactose in it to really get a good mouthfeel, like 2 pounds of lactose. So my idea is, if you ever heard of Burley Oak in Maryland, they make this Dream series that I absolutely love, which are their fruited sours. They're some of the best that are made in the world, if you ask me. I'm trying to mimic one of their beers, which I won't be able to, but I'm going to try. Any questions you guys have for what brewing's about or how you do it? If not, I'll just sit here and talk to myself. It's not that difficult. Beer has 4 ingredients, water being the most important. Luckily, I know my water profile from my public works here where I live, and it's very good for brewing, actually. I just have to slightly treat it, depending on what beer I'm using. Malted barley, and then which you grind up and crush. Hops and yeast. That's it. Now, people put a lot, I'm putting coconut in this, so there's tons of adjuncts you can put in beer, but if you want to just make regular beer, you need 4 things. It's not rocket science. The biggest thing is sanitation, once you are done with boiling everything, and fermenting at the right temperatures. Really, for what kind of beer you're doing. What else? So we do Tuesday nights. Every Tuesday night, guys, we go live. We have what we call Top 10 with 210. And actually, you can see the header up there. It's still up there from Tuesday nights. I just used it again. This is not Top 10 with 210. This is Brewing with 210. I didn't know how to get rid of that. So we do a live stream where we drink beer, drink whiskey, and kind of go over fun top 10 lists. So like we've done top 10 sitcoms. We've done top 10 video games. We've done top 10 musical artists. Last week we did top 10 comedies from the 80s, movies. This Tuesday we're doing the 90s. The following weekend we'll do from 2000 to 2010, and then 2010 to now. So we're doing like decades from the 80s for comedies, because there's so many movie comedies out there. It's really fun. So if you haven't, we bring people on, get your list ready. You give us your list or what we missed in our list. And it's a fun 2.5 hour live stream on Tuesday night starting at 8:30. So make sure you check that out if you can. So what else is going on? Not much. With being social distance, it's kind of hard to do our normal videos. Andy, we can't get together. So it's hard for us to do videos where I sort of do part of the review and then Andy does it and we kind of edit it together. We've done a few of them, and they're fun, but it's hard to do. It takes Andy a lot of time to edit that. So that's why we're doing a lot of these live streams, just to stay current and put some content out. We have some big things coming. So there's only 6 people on here, but stay tuned. We will have, God, that's loud, memberships hopefully soon. We'll have some merchandise also coming out. So we have some fun things coming. So stay tuned. I'm excited about the memberships because we have some really cool ideas for content that we think we don't normally wouldn't put out on our channel, but with that membership sort of caveat, we can do so and do it easily. So and it's fun content, you know. So I don't want to give too much away, but we're working on getting that ready to put out. So that will be cool over the summer. And then I'll be brewing every month, so sometimes multiple times. So anytime I brew, I go live. It's just a way for me to kind of talk with people and show them how to brew a beer. It's not that difficult. And then what I always do on the back end, if you follow our Instagram, I then kind of review the beer on Instagram, either through a story or a post. You'll see me, you know, fermenting it. So you'll see everything on Instagram after this brew day, the fermentation process, the kegging process, and then the first pour and sort of review. So check out our Instagram if you haven't, because then you'll see how this beer turns out, and you're going to want to. This is a great beer. Again, a coconut brown ale. Any questions in the chat? I feel like all I'm doing is talking. I just get to sit here now for the next 50 minutes and let this thing do its, right, this thing is the mash tun, do its thing. So once that's done, I'll drain all that liquid out into our boil kettle, and then I'll put about 3.5 more gallons on top of it. I do a batch sparge to rinse the grains, make sure I get all the sugars out. That's only a 15-minute sort of wait. And then I got on my wort. Speaking of, I need to go get water for that. So give me 1 second. There's only 6 people in this, so I don't even know if anyone's watching anymore. I haven't heard a comment in like the last, it's been like 10 minutes. So if you're still there, say hi or whatever. I got to go get water, so I will be back. Don't go anywhere. Let's see how much water I need. It's good to check your recipe, right? I need almost 4 gallons of water. Well, not water, I guess. Jesus. Well, never mind. I'm not going to do that. My wife is mopping the floor in the kitchen, so I can get it from my utility sink, but I don't like that sink. I just feel like it's dirty water that comes out of there. So I won't be doing that yet. She's mopping the kitchen floor. So that's completely wet. Got to readjust. We got plenty of time. It's not a big deal. What else is going on? You know, we were supposed to have, before this whole virus, we were supposed to do a really cool video from a very famous brewery called Guinness. Well, not the Guinness in Ireland, but Guinness production brewery here in the States, which is about 5 miles from our house in Baltimore. It's called Guinness Open Gate. It's the only production brewery outside of Ireland, and they don't brew the stout there, but they brew everything else. And it's a beautiful facility. So if you ever had Guinness Blonde, it came from here. So we had talked to the marketing guy there, and really cool guy, and we were setting up an awesome video shoot. And then that was the end of March. We were supposed to go out there, and the virus shut down everything. So that would have been a really cool video. We'll still do it once this is all lifted, but who knows when that's going to be. We do have some fun ideas that we will start once we can get together and do videos, but until then, we're just in this holding pattern. So it is what it is. What else do we have going on? So Tuesdays with 210 are a big thing. Again, 90s comedy movies. We hope to see some of you guys there this week on Tuesday night at 8:30. We will also hopefully start doing some other collab live streams with viewers. We have some ideas out there that, why not, right? It's hard for us to get together to do our edited videos. We can't really. So live stream is what we can do remotely together, and so that's kind of what we're doing. Any guys have any questions for us? What are you guys up to? Anything that you're doing that you want to plug, please feel free. There's only 6 people on here. I'm sorry there's not more. But it is what it is. It's early. It's a Saturday. I'll be on all day, so I guess I'll just talk to myself. It's all good, though. I probably should have pushed this out on our social media, but I didn't. Whatever. Not a big deal. Let's see. What do I need to get done? I need to get the water. I need hops. Let me get the hops. There it is. Right here. An ounce of Millennium. I'm not real familiar with this hop, but it's what I based this beer off of semi-loosely Cocoa Brown from Kona Brewing. You ever had that beer? That's where I sort of have this recipe from. They kind of tell you what hops they use and some of the grains and what the IBUs are and what the ABV is, and so I've done a little research. There's a few clone recipes out there on the internet, and I've kind of made my own, and it I think tastes just as good, if not better, than Cocoa Brown. But they use Millennium hops in this. It's high alpha acid, so it's very bitter. It's a bittering hop. So only an ounce gives me, and I put it in at like 40 and I think 20 minutes of the boil. Yeah, 40 and 25 minutes gives me 44 IBU. So it's a mildly bitter beer, but with all that coconut and sweetness, you really don't taste the hops. And this is more of a bittering hop, not a tropical juicy. Anyway, 5 people in the chat. Boy, this stinks. I wish we had more people on. I'm sorry if you're watching. Kay for watching, and Matt on the TV. I apologize. There's not more to go on here. I'm in a law of brewing. When you brew, you mash for an hour. So I just sit here and wait for all the sugars to be extracted from those grains. That's what I need to make alcohol. Any questions? Is there anybody out there? I don't know if anybody's watching. I'll keep talking. I don't mind. Andy may join us. I should text him. I know he's up. Hopefully he got the alert. I haven't seen him in the chat yet. It is what it is. Not a big deal. Like I said, so going back to the sour, a sour ale is difficult because you have to do your brew day in 2 steps. So you mash, you get your grains like you normally would, but then I have to inoculate it with the lactobacillus, which is like a bacteria. And so that's weird. You boil it for like your beer normally we boil it for 60 minutes. You throw in your hops, you cool it down, you pitch the yeast. In 2 weeks you have beer. In this case, when you do a sour, you have to inoculate it with a lactobacillus. So you boil it for 10 to 15 minutes to make sure your wort doesn't have anything in it that would be infected. So you basically pasteurize it. Bring it down to about 90 degrees, throw in your lactobacillus, put a covering over it for about 24 to 48 hours. And what that does is it sours your beer. It brings the pH down to about 3, I think is what I'm targeting. And then you do the rest. Then you boil it back up, add in a very small amount of hops because hops will kill the lactobacillus. Actually, you'll kill the but it messes with the lactose. You don't want a lot of hops in your beer, put it that way. It's a fruited sour, so the hops it'll be like 2 IBUs, I think. And then you just ferment it like normal, and then you put in a ton of like fruit at the very end. It's hopefully going to taste amazing. So we'll see how that goes. I've never done it before. Could be a complete disaster. But I'm going to try it. It's a kettle sour, so it helps me not have to worry about screwing up my fermenting equipment. Because if you do a regular sour, where you fermented it or you sour it in the fermenter, then you can't really use that fermenter for any type of other beer because the lacto will live on. I will kill the lactobacillus when I boil it after the kettle. It's weird stuff. Anyway, at what time is it? 10:20. So we still have 28 minutes. I have to add the roasted malts. So I got 20 minutes. Hey, there's a comment. There we go. Sorry, but I'm going to have to drop out. No worries. I've had worse. Thanks for being for the first 45 minutes. I'll be back. I'll be on probably for another 3.5 hours. So if you come back, you'll see where we're at in the process. Come back and say hi. I appreciate you being with me for 45 minutes over there in the UK. And if you can, have a pint later. Cheers, mate. Hope you stay safe too. I know you guys are in a lockdown, so I hope everything's going well. And cheers. Thanks for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. All right. Anybody else? Oh, I didn't even see. Mrs.Naturally N'awlins, good morning. How are you? Gosh, I haven't seen you in a while. It's been quite a while. I appreciate you coming in. What have you been up to? Hopefully all is well. You're staying safe. We've been doing what we can. Me and Andy both produce videos together, and when you can't get together, it's hard to produce videos. So, how you been? Hopefully well, and all things are good. I didn't see you jump in the chat, so sorry about that. Hit the thumbs up and let me know you like this. It's not real amazing right now. It's me looking like I'm in a garage. But things will happen soon. Don't worry. Promise. We're in the mash right now. We're getting all the sugar out of the beer. Staying inside. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. We're doing the same. I mean, yeah, I don't know where. Are you down in? Are you in New Orleans or in Louisiana? I don't know what the restrictions are there, but here in Maryland, we sort of opened up for a little bit. I mean, we were under, I don't know what you want to call it, a order to shelter in place, but people were still going everywhere. I mean, nothing's open really besides grocery stores, but they finally like moved into, I guess, what you call phase 1 here in Maryland. So like the beaches are open, outdoor areas are open, parks are open. So it's slowly getting back to normal, but I have 3 boys, one of which is immune compromised. He has type 1 diabetes, so he can't get it. I can't have him get this virus, so it's difficult. We've been all doing the same thing, kind of sheltered in place for 2.5 months, but at some point you got to get out, right? We all have to live our lives, I think. So it's that hard balance. I understand. I hope you're doing well, though. I know Louisiana did have a bad outbreak. It was one of the hot spots, right, early on. Is it still bad down there? N'awlins, I don't know if it's still as bad as it was, but I know that they were having issues down, I guess, because of everything that went on with Mardi Gras, maybe. But anyway, hopefully everything's okay down there in Louisiana, or at least getting better a little bit here. So it's getting better a little bit, I guess. That's a good thing? Yeah, and does the heat kill the virus? That's my question. I don't know. I don't know. So we shall see. All right. Let's see what hopefully there's only 4 people. Mrs.Naturally N'awlins, it's not a lot of people in the chat. I apologize. So thank you for coming in. It's just me and you and probably a couple other people. So I have to figure out a way to get more people in these live streams, I guess. I probably should have promoted it a little bit, not just gone on. But I was running around a little bit crazy this morning. I just hit, start broadcast. Didn't do any type of forewarning to people. But whatever. You can keep me company, right? All I'm doing is brewing beer. I need somebody. At least there's one person in here that'll keep me company. But I'm glad you're doing well. I know you said you were just staying inside. Yeah. It kind of plays on you, though, being inside so much. You got to stay sane. Luckily, we live in a court here. Not a lot of cars go down it, so my kids can get outside, play. We have a nice backyard, but after a while, that gets kind of boring as well for them. But the weather finally turned warm here, too, so that's good. So, that fellow, yes. Great. Well, I'm glad you're doing better, or at least hanging in there. I guess that's all you can do. And if you have anything to plug, do you go live? I think you do, right? Do you have a schedule to go live? Anybody who has a schedule, throw it out there. I didn't know there's only 4 people on here. I love letting people know when they're doing things. How you doing, buddy? What's up? You coming out here? My son. Okay, get your shoes on. Hey, come here. Come here. Here comes my youngest son. Say hi to everybody. This is Nicholas. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. How you? Did you eat breakfast? Yeah, we're going to play outside today?
Check out the lawnmower.
Oh, he loves lawnmowers. This one loves lawnmowers. When I do the lawn and weed whack, he loves it, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Cool. All right, we're brewing beer. You going to help me brew beer later? All right, cool. You don't have any shoes on, bud. You got to get some shoes on. That's my youngest. They say hello, Nicholas. Look, she says, Mrs.Naturally N'awlins says, hello, Nicholas. Say hello. She's all the way down in New Orleans in Louisiana. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta go back in because of my toes.
Yeah, I bet you it's cold. Go get your socks and shoes on. You gotta get dressed. Get out of your jammies. So I got 3 boys. That's the youngest. Hey, is the floor dry yet? Ask Mom if the floor is dry. Is the floor dry? Yeah. It is? Okay. All right. I got to give you some water, so I'll be right back, guys. Not that there's that many people. Mrs.Naturally N'awlins, I appreciate you saying I have to go get water for this beer, so it'll take like 2 or 3 minutes. So I'll be back. There you go. Hey, we're still at 4. I don't know if anybody's still here. Hey, hopefully you're still here, Mrs.Naturally N'awlins. When do you go? Do you have a schedule when you go live? I'm curious. I didn't know if you did or not. As if you do, let me know. Let everybody else know. I'm hoping more people will come on. I thought that I'd have at least usually have like 10, 12 people. I usually get some of my brewing channel friends that come on, but maybe I didn't promote this enough. Usually more people come on, so we'll still be on. I'm not going anywhere. No, you don't. Okay, so you just go live when you can. Yeah, we're trying to do every Tuesday night at 8:30. See if that works, because we're not really a live channel, but because of this whole shutdown, we can't get together to do videos. So we're gonna start. We've started for about a month and a half. Every Tuesday at 8:30, we call it Top 10 with 210. That's why that banner on the top says that. It's what we use for our Tuesday night live streams, where we go over top 10 whatever. Not even beer related. We drink beer. We bring guests on and say what they're. So like last week was top 80s comedies. This week it's 90s. We've done video games, top 10 video games, top 10 sitcoms, top 10 sport moments. We've done a lot. So yeah, okay, yeah. So have you found that your live streams have been more attended or less attended during this whole lockdown? You know, we don't really live stream, so we don't get a lot to begin with. So it is what it is. But are you seeing more and more people online watching your streams because they're home, or less? I feel like more people are going live, so there's more selection. So that's probably hurting the people that do always go live. Maybe lose some people. I don't know if that's true or not. We haven't seen like a huge spike in our edited videos or our live stream. I mean, we don't really live stream anyway. But on our Tuesday nights, we get 15 to 20 people on at any given time. Nothing huge. But that's okay. I mean, we're not live streamers, so we're trying to, but do that a little bit more. But I'm just curious, if you live stream often, have you seen more people come on your live streams because of the whole pandemic and whatnot? All right, I gotta go get my water. I'll be right back. More people are going live, but are you seeing more people on your live streams? This is my question. So I'll be right back. Here's the water. Heavy. All right, I'm back. So I'm having a conversation with Mrs.Naturally N'awlins. Nobody else is really chiming in. So let me see. So my question was, if you're still there, Mrs.Naturally N'awlins, more people are going live. Are you having more people come in your live stream though? Do you see like an uptick in the amount of people that are? And now that who's calling me? No, Andy's calling me. What does Andy want? Yes, Andrew. Hello? Andrew. Andy. Yeah. Andy sounds like he's at a park. Anyway. I don't know what he wanted. Bye, Andy. He was calling me, but maybe not. Ugh. So anyway, 4 people. Wow, this is pathetic. I'm sorry, guys. I really wish there was more people in here for everybody, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can figure out a way to email. Doesn't sound like Andy just, I think, butt dialed me. Anyway, whatever. No, I'm not. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah, that's true. We can only really go live though. That's the thing. So Tuesday nights we just go live every night. We've just for the last 6 weeks we've been doing it. I think we've had 6 straight weeks of Tuesday nights, and it hasn't really grown that much, but we have fun doing it. Since we really can't get together to edit our videos. Tavy Smith, hey, finally another person on. Oh, I've not been going live. Okay, so she's not been going live. I thought you were. Tavy Smith, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. We're brewing beer. Coconut brown ale today. So not a lot to that. We're in the mash right now. So I'm just talking to the 4 or 5 people that are in this actual chat. So not a lot of people in. I'm sorry. Hopefully you're doing well. Where are you from, Tavy? Are you from the States or overseas? I'm curious. And if you're in the States, what state? And how is it around you with the with everything that's going on? I know Mrs.Naturally N'awlins is down in New Orleans, or in that area in Louisiana, and they were hit kind of hard. So, all right, we got 15 minutes till we have to add our roasted grains, and I'll actually be able to do something. Yeah. Anyway, we're about an hour into this brew. It'll be about a 4-hour stream. So we got a long way to go. I hope more people come on. I should probably, you know what I'll do? I'll tweet it out. Let's do that. Let's try to get some more people in here. So we will at least put it on some social media and see if anybody comes out. Let's see here. Let's go to Instagram. Let's try to do something here. We will add to your story. All right, let's do that real quick. Guys, you're going to see this live. Ready? All right, here we go. All right, everybody, I am live over on YouTube. Link will be in the bio. We're brewing today. We're in the mash right now. Come over, say hi, see how we brew this beer. It's a coconut brown ale. It's going to be good. Come say hi over on YouTube. Cheers. All right, so just put something out on Instagram. I'm trying to get more people. God, we're down to 3 now. All right, well, it is what it is. Let's hopefully I didn't run away, everybody. Let's see how that goes. All right, so that's in there. Let's see how that goes. Share on Facebook. Share to Facebook. And then let's go. Oh man, only 2 people are on. Nobody's on. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Well, hopefully I'm staying on. So even if I have 0 on, is what it is. It is what it is. Let's put something on Twitter. Not working out real well. So let's go to Twitter. Say, come join me live. Let's do that. Ready? It's another live stream brew day. Come hang out with us and brew beer. All right, let's see if this works. Get anybody in here. 2 people. Wow, this is the worst it's ever been. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, it stinks when you go live and there's nobody on. I'm sorry, guys. If anybody, 2 people are on here. Dang. I thought there'd be more on. We are struggling today. I don't know. I guess I'm not my normal self. I'm sorry. see if I can get at least some people on from our social media accounts. We'll see. I don't know. All right, no worries. Here we go. Plug that back in. Okay, so where were we? Anybody else hopefully can come into the... Let's see if anybody comes in. If you come in, please say hi. That's all I have to say. All right, so I'm going to get things ready. Since there's nobody to talk to, I am going to start firing up my water. All right, here we go. Ugh. Hey, somebody else jumped on. Anybody else that just came in, please say hi. I feel like I'm talking to myself. We're brewing a beer, but anybody, please come in. Say hello. I appreciate Mrs.Naturally N'awlins sticking with me. Give me somebody to talk to. Jeez Louise. It has been rough this morning. But we'll get through it. Got a long way to go. Hopefully more people come on later. Let's see, accounts. Linked accounts. All right, so I'm heating up my sparge water right there. I don't know if this thing is in the way. Oop, yeah, that way. Here's where we'll brew, but we're gonna heat it up, and then oh, you know what? I'm gonna stop that. Transfer over this. Second, guys, I gotta get my tunes. We're gonna start doing some stuff here. 3 people still. No one's coming over. Dang. At 10:20, we have to add these roasted malts. Where are they? Where are the roasted malts? Somewhere around here. Where are they? Oh, they're already in here. All right, right here. That little bit of roasted malts going in a few minutes. All right, so let's see how. Oh man, no. I try to get more people in. It's not working too well. So it is what it is. Anybody out there that's watching, please say hello. There's only 3 people on. I've tried to get more people on, but it doesn't seem like it's working. But I'm going to stay live for this whole brew day. So we'll see what happens. So this beer, I've brewed it 3 other times. I've kind of refined it. Actually, 4 times. The first time I brewed this beer, it kind of turned into a stout, and it was too astringent. And then a guy named John from Dr. Hans, he has a great channel. He gave me the tip, actually on a black IPA, to add up my roasted malts late in the mash, so you cut down on astringency. Astringent flavors are not good. It's like real bitter. It's just not a good flavor that you want from your malts. It's an off flavor. So I did that, and it worked perfectly. And so I do it with all my roasted malts for the most part, even stouts. I delay mash all my roasted malts just to cut down on the astringency, and I do it for here. But I have a pound of toasted coconut in here as well, and then a pound of toasted coconut in the keg in a mesh cylinder that hangs from the top of the keg lid. And this beer will taste like an almond joy when it's done. If any brewers come into the stream, I will eventually tell you that after this is over, I'll put the full recipe, hopefully at the end of this, on the description. So it's very easy to make, actually. The hardest part is toasting coconut and not burning it, because you can burn coconut very easily. Anywho, let's see what we got here. Man, I must have been very boring today. I'm sorry I'm not on, because everyone that was in here earlier left. It is a Saturday, right? Everybody's probably getting out and about, maybe. I don't know. Thought there would be more people in today. That's all right. It is what it is. Just looking at the brew recipe, that's all. Sorry. Nobody's really on here anyway, so. If you come in, please say hi. All right, what do we got here? There we go. All right, anyway. What else is 210? So Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. And you can see the top. Where is it? Right there. That's our banner for our top 10 with 210 every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live. Me and Andy. We bring on guests, which are you, to talk about whatever top 10 list we're doing. This week is top 10 90s comedies, movies. Last week was 80s. Next week, the following week, will be 2000s. It's really fun. We drink beer, we drink some whiskey, bring people on, really have a fun time talking with people, going over their top 10 lists. Some of these are really fun. Like, we've done video games from back in the day, or sitcoms. Really fun things to do. Your top musical artists. Really, really a fun thing. So if you haven't seen our top 10 with 210 on Tuesday nights, check it out. It's fun. Hey, another person jumped on. Who are you? Who jumped on? Please say hi. I need somebody to talk to. I'm hoping more people eventually come on. We lost mostly everybody. I must have been off today because I'm not keeping on. But the people that have been in the chat, I appreciate it. I feel like I need to drink a beer, but it's only 10:15. We're in the mash. In 4 minutes, I'm going to add some roasted malts for the last 15 minutes of the mash. As you can see in that thing, we're brewing a coconut brown ale today, which tastes like an almond joy when it's done. So, really good. Let's check the temperature of that. Let's see, hopefully we're good. Oh, back to 3. I lost the one person that came in. Dang. Oh, well. So let me text Andy, see if I can get Andy to come on. Anyway, all right, so what else we got going on? If you're actually out there, please say something. Hit 3 people. When you come in, please say hi. We're going to give me something to do. I'll add roasted malts in a second. Ugh. 2 minutes. Ugh. Recipe. I don't really want to end this thing, but there's only 3 people on. So should I keep it going or end it? That's the question now. It's been that way for a while now. So I'll let it go for a little bit longer, but if it's just going to be me talking to myself, I am going to end the stream. Which is disappointing. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I might just start over in a little bit. Or just keep it going. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, let's add some roasted malts. Check my temp first. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I'll take it. Okay, all right, so what I just did right there is I always like to, for any roasted malts that I do, or grains, delay mash. So this went in with 15 minutes left in the mash. Now it'll get 15 more minutes on the spar. So a total soaking time of 30 minutes is plenty to get the color I want. And that just cuts down on all the astringency. We'll show you the color in 15 minutes. 10:35 I mash out. So there's that. Let's see here. Just check something out real quick. All right. All right. Put that right there. Check the temperature on that. Hey, someone came on. Anybody who just came on, say hello, please. I've been talking to myself for the last 20 minutes. Oh, jeez. I think I have like 3 bots in here because no one is listening. Oh, we're down to 2. Oh, well. We just lost. Anybody who just came in just lost. Oh, well. Well, I'm gonna keep talking to myself, I guess. That's the way it goes. Where are we? 3 people in the chat. Whoa. Anyway. I'm running out of things to say, guys. I will read the recipe. How's that? So, a total of 13.5 pounds of grains. So 10 pounds of two-row. I use Great Western. I love that two-row. A pound of Victory, a pound of Carapils, a pound of aromatic malt, and a ½ pound of dark chocolate. That gives its color. A ½ ounce of Millennium at 40 minutes of the boil, and a ½ ounce of Millennium at 25. Gives you 44 IBUs. And I throw in a pound of toasted coconut in the mash, and then a pound of toasted coconut in the cave. And a ward-off tablet with 15 minutes left. That's as simple as a brew day as you can get. So, comes out like an Almond Joy, so it's really, really good. That's it. Why aren't more people coming on? My lord. I am just stunned. Why is this thing limited? All right, well, I think I'm going to end the stream. I don't have anybody to talk to. So, oh, somebody just came on. If anybody wants to start talking, please let me know, because I am going to end it soon. I'm not here to just talk to myself. So if you just come in, say hello. If not, I might end this soon. Just haven't had the amount of people on that I want, or anybody really. Can't keep talking to myself. I'm doing that enough as it is. All right, you just left. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. I'm going to finish this brew. I might come back on later, but right now it's just not working. So, cheers, everybody.